Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. They go play action now with Miller. Very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll send their tight end left. On 2nd down, here's Milroe. Quick throw here is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
In motion, that's Thornton. Milroe on 3rd down. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Milroe. He'll try to run for it. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as this defense is too loose there. Gain of 19 on 4th down.
Years ago, people would have thought you were crazy to go for 4th down on your side of the field. But that's not the case anymore. We're seeing it more and more often play out across the league. In this case, not a bad job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball, but he's able to find some space with his legs, and he's able to pick up the conversion.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 45.
Now Milroe. Flush to his right. He's going to tuck it and go. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Here's Milroe to throw. The ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. On 4th down, here's Matt Ariza to punt.
Ariza in punt formation.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
10 at their own 12-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw right away. This one complete. It's pulled in by Claypool. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now here's Lawrence. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for Jacksonville. 32 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run. It's ran for Virginia Tech. Facial Tootin. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Zach Sealer in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. This is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
Quick throw, taken in, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
50-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Oh, falling away, what a throw. He drops it in there. And he's in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. An extra point attempt to follow. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Dolphins' 36-yard line.
Lawrence going to give it to Tootin. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2. Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd rounder. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12. They'll start on the ground. It's A-Chain. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll stay on the ground with A-Chan. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run it here. Is A-Chan. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here we go. 4th down. It's Milroe. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing now, Milroe on 1st down. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. 13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
In motion, that's Thornton. A run out of the gun with A-Chan. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Milroe. Open man. That's Dante Thornton. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Third and 2. Here we go. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Miami.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal. Here's Achane. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal. Milroe to the goal line and in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Beavis, good on the extra point. And the Dolphins move out on top, 14-0. Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This drive begins with a run by Chutin. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That one thrown quickly. Watson on the RPO. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
On the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Lawrence now. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll look to pick it up with Chutin. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down. He's got his tight end. That's a Conquo. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now Lawrence. He's got Myers on the completion. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front. And this is exactly how they coach it. Once he realized he wasn't going to get home, he does the next best thing. Get that big old hand up and knock the ball away.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Milroe. And he will have a Dolphins first down as this defense can't come up with the play they needed. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. A run up the middle with Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. This a 42-yard attempt. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. This one will be from 37 yards out. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. So 1 half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. To start the drive, and he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. D.J. Johnson there to make the tackle.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Off the play fake, here's Milroe. That's going to be incomplete. Up a very stout hit. That's going to bring up second down. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. To the air, it's Milroe. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally them all and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
They bring the tight end in motion. Here's a give to Achane. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Once again, it's Achane. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. It'll be a short pickup down to the 22. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
Third down and 9. They send the tight end in motion. On third down, Milroe. Flush to his right. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first and 10, Lawrence. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up in Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback?
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Down inside the 10. And he will score! Touchdown, Jacksonville. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone. Like, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Now return coming from the 7. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. To the 45. Down the sideline. Inside the 25. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Jaguars 8.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Lawrence. To the left side, in the hands of Watson. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's good.
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
To throw is Lawrence. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. Now someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. From a little further back, here's second and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Facial Chooton. And they'll get some of the yardage back, but now work to do. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Lawrence. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. He works free, right side. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike. Not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Going downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Jaguars. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer.
Jaguars 15.
They on their rapid pay the bills. Now I'm better, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions been louder than my words.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. A short one taken at the 10. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
48-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Well run with H.A. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle man at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 9. Some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got it. Trayvon Walker. He in for the sack, and that is now an even 20 on the year. What a season. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that fourth down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Milroe. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
Third and long.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. It's fortunate there wasn't his defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Throwing is Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 15 yards through the air. That's good for a Jaguars. First down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lawrence now. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down. Here's Lawrence. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. And he will go all the way. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out.
39. Jaguars 21. Caleb Little off the kickoff for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, here is Achane. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. From the shotgun, it's Milroe. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
In motion, it's Waddle. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Milroe. That's into the hands of Thornton. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll discuss what's to come. This 4th down is looming. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Lawrence. That'll be complete to 2. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Lawrence. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
To the right side, hauled in by Myers. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. That's incomplete. Daring Paul on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is A-Track. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
It is 3rd and long. To the air, it's Milroe. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Chop Robinson in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Look wide. Gets this one complete. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
The 11-yard line.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 43 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in...
Flash, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And, Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Set up the screen here for Tootin. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're 2nd. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Lawrence now on 2nd down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence.
Well, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one's decided. Not sure they needed to take the timeout, but we'll take it with them. Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot down the field. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They fought till the end, but still will come up short.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
So a win here